Hi, I'm Dave from Dave Moore Racing, and this is my assistant Bob.
How are we doing?
We're here today to demonstrate the TrackLite TNT system that we've put together for test and tune. We're going to set up one lane of it today. The beauty of this system is that it's actually two single lanes that are married together in one box. And if you're testing and tuning, the advantages of this is if one system goes out, if one part of it goes out, it still has an independent side that can work. So the sides can work independently of each other. So we're going to go ahead and get it all set up and demonstrate it for you. I'm going to be using my prototype sensors, which are single lane sensors, because I'm still waiting on the order to get here. But this is what the dual lane sensor will work or look like, and this is you can use this as a single lane by just plugging one of the boxes into it, because basically two transmitters will plug into this via a single plug, a three-way plug, and then it will feed the signal to both of the transmitters. So we're going to go ahead and get this set up and demonstrate it for you. Now the first thing that you want to do is just assemble the receivers and the lasers, and I actually have the lasers set up permanently on the tripods. I'm going to be looking for a storage system, some sort of a case system, so this can be transported safely. But Bob, if you just hand me a tripod, and it just screws onto the tripod just like a camera would, using a 1/4-20 mounting base. So we're going to go ahead and get these all set up and set up for the track. So the lasers are all powered individually by a single 18650. The transmitters, which by the way each transmitter is marked with its position on the track, and will also be marked whether it's left or right side. The transmitters are powered by three 18650s, which I've tested up to 12 hours of on time, and they were still running, still had great voltage in them. But they could be powered with a bunch of different types of power sources. For instance, my buddy Dwayne wants to use Milwaukee batteries, so I 3D printed this piece right here, which just locks on to the battery, and then you'll plug it into the transmitters, or in this case we're going to use it to power the receiver, which has an input here. Now the receiver and basically all the pieces in the track can run from 9 to 48 volts, I believe it is, of DC input. So you have a wide range of things that you could power the system with. And like I said, the system is basically two individual systems married together, dual printers, dual timers, setup for each side, power for each side, reset. So we're going to get this turned on, and then I'll walk you through how the system works. So we'll start by turning the system on, and we get the splash screen. Now we're on setup mode, and what setup does is it allows you to take and turn on each one of the transmitters, and each one of them has a button on the side, so if you push it, it verifies that its location in the track is working. This way you can verify the system before you walk the whole thing out and start to set up, and then figure out that something's not working right. So as you can see, all the sensors, there's the start is good, the 60 is good, the mile an hour is good, and the ET is good. So now we're going to go ahead and walk them out. Show you the buttons here. They're right on the side, right beside the plug for the sensor. So anyway, you just walk it on out there, and we'll go ahead and put them up and then demonstrate the system. Now I put a printer switch so that you could turn the printers off while you're doing your setup. But now that the system is set up and the track is all verified, we'll go ahead and switch the printer on, and you'll notice that the LED will blink twice. Now that's on. Now once that is done, take the track from setup And now it says, see if I can zoom in here, it says system ready. See if you can see that there. System ready. And we're gonna go ahead and have Bob walk through the track. So this is staging up. Goes through the traps, and when he breaks the last one, the printer should go off. And there goes the printer. And that's the printout. Push the button and it'll feed it up. And we can see that Bob ran a 4.354 60-foot time, 12 miles an hour with a 10.193 ET. The temperature is 52 degrees, humidity is 68, barometric pressure is 28.99. Now, it also gives you the track mile an hour. You want to get that cloth. I'm actually going to change out to these displays, to the yellow displays that light black, because they're a lot easier to see in person. But once you get the, you get focused in here, once you get the system and you've made a pass, press the reset button, and that will verify before you make the next pass that all the sensors are running. So once you make sure that all your sensors are on and good, press the button a second time, and now the track is back in system ready again. It's ready for the next pass. And the system can run, because they're not married together, you could have somebody making a pass in this lane and then somebody make a pass in the other lane seconds after, because neither one of the timers are tied to each other. So you can use it as a single lane, you can use it as a staggered dual lane, or you can run two bikes side by side. So that's pretty much it, other than to load the paper into the thing. You just clip this up, pull out the roll, put in a new roll, push it back down again. Pretty simple, pretty easy. So if you have any questions, post them in the comments below and I'll answer them for you. Thank you. Okay, so I'm here and we'll walk out to the road, and Bob, let me see if I can zoom in at all. Bob is all the way down 1,200 feet. He's out there. Wave your arm, Bob. He's down there by the sign, 1,200 feet away. Now I'm going to walk over here to the receiver, get focused in on this, and I'm on the phone with Bob. Bob, push the button, please, and let up on the button. Push it again, please, and there we go. All right. That's how far the system, I've actually tested it farther than that, but we don't race 1,200 feet, so I'm sure this will be good enough.